Ceux qui n'ont pas bravé la neige. Hein? Good morning. Bon matin tout le monde. Merci d'être là aujourd'hui. Thanks for being here today and welcome back to the Parliament of Canada. Ce matin, nous débutons le retour des travaux à la Chambre des communes pour une période de 14 semaines, à un moment unique dans l'histoire de notre pays et partout dans le monde. Comme l'a dit le Premier ministre Carney la semaine dernière, nous vivons en effet un moment de pleine rupture et non de transition. Le chef de l'opposition, Pierre Poilievre, a récemment félicité le Premier ministre pour ses paroles et il a également ajouté que le Parti conservateur sera toujours ouvert à travailler en collaboration avec le gouvernement. C'est donc une opportunité qui s'offre maintenant à lui. Last week in Davos, Prime Minister Carney delivered a speech on the international stage that was both forthright and honest. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre effectively said the Prime Minister's speech was, quote, well-crafted and eloquently delivered, unquote. Mr. Poilievre added that Conservatives are, as always, willing to work with the Prime Minister to, quote, turn these words into action. Well, now he has an opportunity to do just that, to work with us in the House of Commons, to collaborate. We will take him at his word and accept his outreached hand to work together at this very challenging time in our nation's history. Now, that means some tangible things. He's going to have to apply himself to this, to work constructively on legislation and not obstruct, to move ahead with legislation in the House and in committees, including quickly adopt a bill to provide immediate grocery relief to Canadians. In his letter to the Prime Minister last week, Mr. Poilievre stated that he would fast-track ideas that make food affordable. He has that chance with these brand-new affordability measures that you heard the Prime Minister announce moments ago. He also has an opportunity to quickly expedite the Carney Plan, the Budget Implementation Act, an act to grow our economy, to create opportunities in new markets, and to get and secure $1 trillion of new investment in this country. We want Mr. Poilievre to commit to a reasonable timeline for debate at report stage and third reading in the House of Commons. This legislation provides important assistance to grow our economy, to create jobs, and help Canadians with these challenging times. Additionally, we call on Mr. Poilievre to tell Conservative senators to stay out of the way of passage of Bill C-4, which provides an income tax cut to Canadians, a GST housing rebate, and which formally eliminates the consumer carbon tax. We want Conservative senators to stay out of the way of this legislation. The Conservatives slow-walked this bill, as all of you know, in Parliament in the fall, and we want to make sure Conservative senators don't do the same thing. Par ailleurs, Mr. Poilievre should also support the quick passage of Bills C-14 and C-16, important justice legislation before the House currently, and before committees, obviously, to protect victims of crime, reform the bail system, address extortion and child pornography. He should finally support giving police the tools they need with a fair and reasonable lawful access regime. It's time for the Conservatives to put up or shut up on crime. A suite, an historic suite of legislation to deal with crime in our communities is before Parliament, and we are telling Mr. Poilievre, get out of the way, free your MPs to vote for this legislation that will deal with crime in Canadian communities. We also call on Mr. Poilievre to assure Canadians that Conservative senators do not hold up passage of another piece of crime legislation, Bill C-12, which secures our borders and improves our immigration system. Now, all of the issues that I have outlined are things that Conservatives have called for, including Canadians, maybe especially Canadians, in Conservative ridings. These are tangible things that Mr. Poilievre could do right now if he is serious about working together for Canadians. We are willing to have the House sit extended hours this week, next week, as long as it takes, if required, to make progress. This is a time of anxiety for many Canadians. C'est un temps d'anxiété pour l'ensemble des Canadiens. Throughout our towns and cities, many of our neighbors share the same worry. How will I afford the cost of living? How secure is my job in an economy and a trading environment that is rapidly changing? How safe am I on the streets of my community? And how safe is my country in a world where instability and conflict has become all too commonplace? And how does Canada adjust to a new world where we can no longer count on trading relationships of the past that brought us economic prosperity here at home? Voilà des questions essentielles. These are all important questions. Last week in Davos, Prime Minister Carney outlined Canada's approach to the New World reality, one that is both principled and pragmatic. And since taking office last spring, our government has moved rapidly to improve the lives of Canadians and strengthen our place in the world. Among other things, the Carney Plan cuts income taxes for millions of Canadians, cuts taxes on capital gains and business investment, removes all federal barriers to interprovincial trade, fast-tracks $8 trillion, with a T, dollars of investment in energy, AI, and critical minerals, doubles our defense spending by 2030, and rapidly diversifies trade markets abroad. We have a brand new comprehensive strategic partnership with the European Union on defense. We've signed 12 other trade and security deals on 4 continents. In recent days, we have concluded new strategic partnerships with China and Qatar, and we are currently negotiating free trade pacts with India, ASEAN, Thailand, and Philippines. In short, the Prime Minister has outlined to his fellow world leaders the path we are now on as Canadians. Le Premier ministre a partagé avec les chefs d'État autour du monde la voie que nous suivons actuellement en tant que Canadiens. It is in this time of crisis. This is the leadership that Canadians asked for when they elected a new government last April. And now, with this sitting of the House, they're turning to their parliamentarians to show leadership. Les Canadiens se tournent vers les parlementaires pour démontrer non de l'obstruction, mais du leadership. We believe now is time to get big things done. Les Canadiens ont été très clairs au cours des dernières élections. Le Canada a besoin d'un leadership fort. Et en ces temps incertains, les Canadiens comptent sur nous, les membres du Parlement, pour passer à l'action et bâtir un pays fort et résilient. C'est un travail que nous avons déjà entamé l'automne dernier et c'est le reflet de l'approche pragmatique et basée sur des principes de notre gouvernement. Nous espérons que le Parti conservateur tiendra sa promesse, la promesse de M. Poilievre, il y a quelques jours seulement, de collaborer avec le gouvernement et qu'il cessera de bloquer les travaux parlementaires et le plan de M. Carney de façon insensée. So I call on Mr. Poilievre to make good on his promise. Beyond the bills I've mentioned, there will be many more pieces of important legislation to implement Mr. Carney's plan for Canada in the coming weeks. Just earlier this morning, the Prime Minister announced a broad package of measures to make groceries and other essentials more affordable. That includes legislation for the new Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit. Formerly known as the GST credit, the government is increasing its amount by 25% for 5 years beginning this July. And in addition to that, we're providing a one-time payment equivalent to a 50% increase this year. Combined, that means a family of 4 will receive up to $1,890 this year and about $1,400 a year for the next 4 years. And a single person will receive up to $950 this year and about $700 a year for the next 4 years. The new benefit will provide additional significant support for more than 12 million Canadians. There should be no delay in moving ahead with this measure. We'll be counting on Mr. Poilievre and the Conservatives to pass this bill quickly. So to sum up, MPs will have a busy agenda before them this winter and this spring. Canadians expect no less than for parliamentarians to get to work and pass the Carney Plan. I will be working very hard every day to get things done for Canadians, et j'invite tous mes collègues de tous les partis à se joindre à moi. Ensemble, nous pouvons bâtir, avec un nouveau gouvernement, un Canada fort. Merci. Thank you.
All right, there you go. I hope you'll leave your comments and your suggestions on this, and we'll be back. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We appreciate it. Glad you could join us. Bye.